The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado will be hitting dealerships later this spring. And with me today is the truck communications manager for Chevrolet. This is Tom Wilkinson. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
We're here at the Albany Auto Show, and you brought the truck with you up here today. The truck audience, the truck consumer, is a very loyal consumer. How would you try to draw those customers, say, away from a Ford or a Dodge to your all-new Silverado if you had to pick 3 key points?
Well, I think our first point would be the powertrain. These trucks have an all-new family of what we call Ecotec 3 engines. They're completely new, but they're based on the foundation of the small block V8, which is a very proven engine, very reliable. And these engines will have more horsepower and more torque and better fuel economy than the current engines, and are very competitive. And we think one advantage these engines have, they have this really clever trick. They can switch from 8 cylinders to 4 under light load driving to save fuel. So you get all the power of a really traditional proven truck engine. You don't have to go to a downsized, more of a car-like engine. So you get all the power of a real truck engine, but improve fuel economy under light load driving.
Even in that new V6 that you have, is that correct?
Even the V6 will now switch to 4 cylinders under light load driving. So again,
has the EPA rated that yet for mileage? Do you know what to expect from that V6?
We're still working on the final certification, but we think it'll be very competitive, and probably more important, it will have absolutely the most torque and the most capability of any base V6 engine, which again is very important to truck customers. Truck customers still need capability. Most of the casual users got pushed out of the truck market back in 2008, 2009 with the economic crisis. The people who are left really need capability, and so the first thing we're very conscious of is to make sure we're providing the best capability of any light-duty pickup, and we think that'll be very appealing to customers, both our loyalists and to people we call on the margin who might be considering coming out of another truck.
Do you see the die-hard truck owner, though, also possibly using their truck for family duties on the side? And if so, what does this new Silverado have to offer in that area?
Well, that's been a big change in the truck market. 10, 15 years ago, trucks all had 1 seat and 2 doors. Almost all trucks now have 4 doors, including this truck, which is the new extended cab model, which now has the forward hinge doors, which makes it rear seat access much better. And then, of course, there's a new crew cab. And so people do use trucks. They'll use them for work during the day. They use them to take the kids to the baseball game in the evening. They use them for family vacations. And so in addition to capability, people are very interested in refinement. And when people get a chance to drive this truck, they'll find it's much quieter, much more comfortable, a much nicer truck to drive every day. And again, that reflects this dual purpose nature of full-size trucks.
And there's a new 6-foot 6-inch box available on the Silverado, is that correct? And if so, what went into that thought process?
Well, for crew cabs have traditionally only had the shorter box in light duties, but people continue to sort of stretch the capability of what they want a light duty truck to do. And so we do think there's a market for a crew cab with the longer bed, closer to what a heavy duty truck has. And of course, with the increased horsepower, torque, towing capability, a lot of people do use light duty trucks for occasional heavy-duty use. If you're towing a big trailer every day, you're still better off with an HD truck. But if you're only towing a big trailer occasionally, sometimes a light-duty truck's a better choice all around.
Now, I have to take you to task on one thing. I remember a few years ago there was a national ad campaign with Howie Long kind of poking fun at Ford's tailgate step. Yeah. And I noticed something on the back of your new Silverado. Want to tell me a little bit about that?
Well, Silverado has a built-in corner step in the bumper. The difference here is that this is built into the bumper. It doesn't pull out of the tailgate, so it's always there. It's easy to use. It was something we had on the Avalanche, and we found that customers really loved it. And so when we redid the truck here, we've got the corner step on them, and that with the handholds molded into the top of the rail makes it much easier to get in and out of the bed. Plus, you don't have the gimmickry of a fold-out step or an add-on accessory step in the back. It's built in. It's there for everybody, and it's very durable and very useful.
Now you've got the V6, 2 different V8 engines. Tell us a little bit about the different body styles that people can order when they go into their dealership and want to, put down their money on a Silverado.
Well, there's three basic body styles. There's still the regular cab pickup. Well, those are getting very scarce in the retail market. Those are mostly fleet vehicle now, although certainly if a retail customer wants one, we have them. And then this is the extended cab, which again has the new forward hinging doors, makes it a much more useful vehicle, easier to get in and out of. And then the crew cab, and crew cabs are still about 60-70% of the light duty market. So that's really the mainstream truck now. And so for us, the mainstream truck would really be the crew cab with the 5.3 liter V8, which we expect to be about 3/4 of our volume. And that's just a really sweet combination. I mean, it's got tons of torque, tons of power, very capable. We know it'll be very dependable. We think it'll make truck customers very happy.
Great. Now, is it too early to discuss pricing, or can you give us an idea of where things will come in?
We'll announce pricing on the first trucks in the next couple of weeks, so just stay tuned. But I think customers will be very happy with it. It's a very competitive market. Chevrolet's always been about great value, and I don't think our customers will be disappointed.
And that's the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado with Tom Wilkinson. For Drive Time, I'm Steve Hammis.